Twins, we are excited to join you on April 29th and 30th at the Social Capital Builders Institute at Snug Harbor. We want to thank Mind Open Learning for all their hard work in organizing this opportunity. We created this video to give you a quick sample of what you'll receive and most importantly, be able to do by the end of this Social Capital Builders Institute. It's the #1 skill needed for labor market success and beyond: social capital building. Yet so many programs and schools are not teaching it. Hello, I'm Edward DeJesus, president of DeJesus Solutions, the founder of Social Capital Builders. At DeJesus Solutions, we believe that true youth development is not taught, it's caught. So instead of talking about the promise of social capital building and the research behind it, we wanted to give you an example of one of the many ways it can be used to increase outcomes for youth service providers and young people alike. This video will give you a real-time example of how a social capital framework can benefit your organization. You decide if you want to do the work and be part of the growing social capital movement. By the time you finish this video and implement this strategy, you will, #1, be able to dramatically increase your organization's effectiveness in serving youth and young adults. #2, you'll be able to build stronger cross-agency connections to strengthen your local youth service system. And finally, you'll be able to develop a greater understanding of the power of social capital, not only to help connect youth to success, but to help organizations and employers better connect to young people. There is another version of this exercise that we do for employers and another for job seekers. We cover the employer version in our recent article, Measuring Social Capital. You can find it on edwarddejesus.com. Go check it out. Now, let's get to work. This activity is for frontline youth service staff. Gather your team together and break them up into groups of 4. You will need to obtain a copy of the Social Capital Builders Institute's redundancy tool. You can contact us at edwarddejesus.com and request a copy. After your team is assembled and the tool distributed, resume the video. As Social Capital Builders, we developed this exercise to help youth service organizations manage redundancy and start the process of building a social capital framework. Remember, a true social capital framework does not focus only on helping youth better connect to opportunities. It helps organizations and employers build opportunities to better connect to youth. This exercise is one of 2 that we do in the Institute to focus on the concept of redundancy. Redundancy is the similarity of information that is within your organization, especially as it relates to youth development. It's the information that, if shared, and that's a big if, could be omitted because staff already have it. For example, in this exercise, we will take a look at your staff's knowledge of key youth services in your area. If staff are only aware or they are all aware of the same service providers, then there may be a lot of redundancy within your team. In my article, I talk about why this may be the case and what to do about it. However, if staff are individually aware of various service options for young adults and that information is not commonly shared, there may be some social capital hoarding unintentionally taking place and staff are losing the very important career building opportunity to be what we call a bridger. Conversely, if staff are unaware of the various youth service opportunities, and most importantly, they do not have a degree of social capital connection to these opportunities, it is a strong indication that your agency may need to develop a social capital framework. In fact, in our work across the United States, we find this to be the case with the majority of youth service providers, whether they're serving disconnected youth, returning citizens, opportunity youth. It indicates that there's way too much administrative and policy focus on sitting on youth councils and collaborations and little focus on helping frontline staff build the essential connections with the service elements that are key for young people's success. This type of redundancy can trap youth service organizations in an echo chamber of sameness and complacency, something that often keeps youth programs standing still and many young people remaining stuck. No matter how committed your agency is to advancing positive youth development, a high degree of redundancy probably means that you're still at the starting line. This is one of many activities that you will begin to master over the 2-day Social Capital Builders Institute. Certification is dependent on full completion of the 2-day training and completion of the 6-week practicum. Let's run through this activity and I'll give you an example. Individually, in your group, I would like for 10 consecutive rounds for you to list the name of one organization that best meets the description, the name of a personal contact there, and your CARDI rating with that person. If you are unaware of a contact, leave that space blank. When we are all done, we will calculate the redundancy pattern in your group, compare responses with your team, record any new information that you obtain on the redundancy sheet, and take 10 minutes to discuss the following. What was the redundancy pattern in your group? What did you learn about redundancy? What new services, connects were you made aware of? What surprised you about the number of people with connects in these organizations? What can you do to develop your CARDI score with the representatives of these organizations? And give us 3 examples. And finally, how can your organization's leadership support you in social capital building with these organizations and individuals? Once completed, we will give you 3 minutes to present your findings to the over with them. All right, so you're in your teams of 4, and I would like everybody to have their tool and work on their tool individually. So let's do round 1. Name an organization where a young person can get quality, free legal assistance. The name of the organization, your personal contact there, and your CARDI score rating with that person. If you don't understand CARDI, you will after you attend the Institute. Round number 2. Name an organization where a young person can get a free computer. Same thing. Name of the organization, a personal contact there, and your CARDI score rating with that person. Number 3, an organization where a young adult can get free job placement assistance. And when we say job placement assistance, that means usually within under 3 weeks that they will get placed on a job, subsidized, unsubsidized, it doesn't matter. Same thing. Name of the organization, a personal contact there, and your CARDI score rating with that person. Let's do round number 4, an organization where a young adult can get free business or interview clothing. Same thing. Organization, name of the person, and your personal contact there. Number 5, an organization where a young person can go to get assistance in starting a business. Name of the organization, the person you're connected to, and your CARDI score rating with that individual. Let's go to round number 6, an organization where a young adult can go for quality substance use and recovery services. Same thing. Organization, name of the person, and your CARDI score rating with that person. Number 7, an organization where a young person can go for educational assistance, pre-GED up to college assistance. Name of the organization, person there, and your CARDI score rating with that individual. Lastly, number 8, an organization where a young adult can go for quality skills training and credentialing. Name of the organization, your personal contact there, and your CARDI score rating with that individual. Number 9, a Staten, a local organization where a young adult can go for free mental health services. Very important. Name of the organization, your personal contact there, and your CARDI score rating with that person. And finally, an organization where a young person can go to obtain a mentor. Name of the organization, your personal contact there, and your CARDI score rating with that individual. So now we want you to go through the activities in your group, share your results with your colleagues, look for the patterns of redundancy. What has this taught you about redundancy? What has this taught you about the number of people with actual connects within these organizations? Share those connects and talk about how you can do a better job at sharing those connects. And if you have no connects, how can leadership and management support you in building those connects? These are all questions that we go through during the Social Capital Builders Institute. And I think you can see how this would provide a wealth of information, but not only information, but a strategy to help your organization better serve young people. Building a social capital framework is the most important thing that you can do to help young people succeed in the 21st century. Let's not forget that the majority of Americans find jobs through their strong ties and weak ties. How did you get your job? Let's not forget that up to 40% of jobs are in the hidden labor market. Young people can't apply for jobs that they don't know exist, nor can they get excited about career training opportunities that have never been a dream. For too long, social capital has been the parachute that prevents affluent kids from falling, from crashing when they jump out in the labor market. Don't only learn about the importance of social capital for your students. Learn about it for yourself, because you are the parachute that they need.